Again, Bill, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really excited to join the company. Thank you so much for the onboarding material, the laptop. I'll take the rest of the morning to work on this. If I have any questions, you're going to be gone for the rest of the day. Oh, okay, well, so all right, Bill, see you soon. Thank you so much. It is your first day. That's a good welcoming. That's a lot of paperwork. Oh, and we've got some manuals and some guides. All right, I'll take care of that. Oh, got my laptop case. Oh, looks like I've got an even bigger manual. All right. And my laptop. Perfect. I'm just gotta find out how to connect it. If only Bill was here. And that is not how you want to execute onboarding for your new employees. This is going to be the third video in our first inaugural series here at Milestones Company. I'm Kyle Crooke, and today we're talking about onboarding. Now, our first two videos in this series were on the initial touch point that you have with candidates. The second one was about the interview process. Today, as I mentioned before, we're going to talk all about onboarding, how to make it more interactive, engaging, and simply how to make it more fun. So I'm going to give you 5 practical tips as an HR professional that you can use today to really see growth in engagement and in productivity when you onboard new employees at your company. The first tip is going to be to minimize the amount of paperwork. Yes, for legal and compliance and for contracts, it is absolutely important to keep some of that paperwork physical. Yes, but as you saw in that little reenactment earlier, there were a lot of manuals, guides, just a lot of information that I will need at one point as a new employee, but I don't need that all up front. As a new employee, it's always very stressful and kind of just anxiety-filled in your experience in transitioning to the new company, learning about the culture, learning about the skill set, learning about your peers, learning from your supervisors as well. It's just a lot of contextual and content as far as information is concerned. So the less paperwork that you can burden upon your new employees, the better. And in tangent with that first tip is our second tip, which is instead of relying on a lot of paperwork and on providing information that is not needed at the particular time, I highly recommend you digitize the onboarding experience as much as possible. This can be done in some really creative web virtual-based trainings, which engages your new employees and can really be exciting in the way that you engage them and how they learn more about your company and about their particular job roles. Another great way to really integrate the paperwork and the virtual work is to have peer-to-peer learning. This can be in the form of a trainer with a new peer group of maybe 5 or 6 new people who are onboarding. Everyone can get together, do some training, some really fun networking exercises, and then ultimately can learn not only through paper, through virtual, but in real time and with one another as well. The third tip is actually another extension of the second tip, just like the second tip was of the first one. And the third one is to provide every new onboardee with a mentor for at least 3 to 6 months in your organization. The first 3 to 6 months are absolutely crucial in cultivating not only the skill set and talent of your new onboardees, but also aligning them with your organizational directives. Whether it's in the form of a frontline manager, a mid-level manager, or depending on the size of your organization, a top-level executive, it's crucial to be able to provide a mentor with institutional knowledge that will help onboard the new candidate and can answer any questions and can really build that first sense of transparency, authenticity, and trust within your organization. The fourth tip, to no surprise, is a general extension of that, in expanding every onboardie's support system, being able to introduce them to their peers, to cross-functional leaders, being able to engage them not only in the specific silo of work that they're doing, but with others in the organization is absolutely crucial. Being able to set up a network of all the new onboardees, with their mentors, and then using the mentors network as well as the network of their peers organically in order to really grow not only in understanding the people of your company, but also just learning more about the value that they can add to others as well is a huge confidence boost for all your new onboardees. Now, the fifth and final tip is another extension of the last four that we've discussed, and that is to get social. Companies do a great job in having quarterly or semi-annual social events for all their employees, whether it's in different regions or all at once in the corporate center, to get to know each other, which is fantastic. My recommendation would be to create some specialized social events that introduce new onboardees with the executive team, with high-level leaders, and then again with cross-functional peers. Even though this is less organic than natural mentorship and letting them build out their support system organically, it's a great way to really expedite their onboarding to your company and to really provide them with a great support system that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to find or would have taken them a long time to aggregate. Now, I know that was a lot of information. We gave 5 essential tips on how to engage and how to really enrich not only your new onboardees, but their experience acclimating to your company and to its culture. Do not, please, I cannot emphasize it enough, do not take onboarding as something where you leave the employee feeling stranded and helpless, where you give them way too much paperwork to handle and you don't provide them with an adequate support system, which is like the reenactment that I gave at the beginning of this video. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Kyle Crooke with Milestones Company. It's been my absolute pleasure to go over the initial touch points, interviews, and onboarding with all of you during our first inaugural series about recruiting. And stay tuned, we have a lot more coming your way.